What's going on, guys? It's Gothalion. We're back here in Borderlands 2 to talk about something that's, well, it's frankly a little disappointing. About a month ago, I came to you with a video where I claimed that the PlayStation Vita version of Borderlands 2 was going to be an absolute mess due to technical limitations on the hardware side. The Vita is a great system, but a game like Borderlands just simply never struck me as a good fit for Vita, mainly because it wasn't built from the ground up for Vita. You have games like I think Killzone Mercenary. It's good game. It's made from the ground up for Vita. There are lots of games that are absolutely incredible on the PlayStation Vita and worthwhile to own if you own the system, but I have never felt like Borderlands 2 was there because it, again, was not built for the PlayStation Vita. It was built for consoles. It was built for having a full console controller or a keyboard and mouse, and Vita lacks those things. And there's been a little tidbit of information that was dropped in a recent PlayStation blog that just struck me wrong. Due to even more technical limitations, lack of hardware power, whatever you want to nail it to, the PlayStation Vita version of Borderlands 2 will not come with 4-player multiplayer. In fact, the multiplayer will be locked to 2 players. This is not a full Borderlands experience. More and more as we learn about the PlayStation Vita version of Borderlands 2, we are learning that it is a watered-down experience. The blog also goes on to say that it wavers around 30 frames per second, which suggests that the maximum frame rate is not that much above 30 frames per second. Now, I'm not going to be a frames per second elitist, but under 30 frames per second is unfucking acceptable anymore. It's not okay. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the lack of the full 4-player multiplayer experience that we've all grown to love in Borderlands 2. I'm sure plenty of you still play only single player, and that's fine. This version of Borderlands 2 will still get you by, and anybody with the PlayStation save will be able to take it to the Borderlands PlayStation Vita version and do some loot hunting on there, and that's just fine. But I still feel like we're getting a watered down version. Am I gonna play the PlayStation Vita version of Borderlands 2? Of course I am. Of course I am. I love Borderlands. If something comes out with the Borderlands name on it, shit. I bought Borderlands Legends, okay? And that was an atrocity. Borderlands Vita will not have 4-player multiplayer, and I feel like this has always been a hallmark staple of the Borderlands franchise. 4-player multiplayer, not 2-player, not a single-player adventure. It has always been really touted as a 4-player adventure. It is best experienced with friends. Borderlands is fantastic alone. It is great in 2-player. It is at its best with 4 Vault Hunters in it, and I am just not happy about this. Why is this happening? Because Borderlands 2 for the PlayStation Vita is a product that was never meant to be and was, in my opinion, forced on the Vita. I don't know if it was forced because of money or because they just wanted to see if they could do it. I'm sure it will be a fun game. I'm gonna rant and rave about everything that I feel like is going wrong with the PlayStation Vita version of Borderlands 2 and how I feel like it shouldn't be on the system, because frankly it shouldn't be on the system. There have been so many features cut out of it, and hardcore PlayStation Vita players are still saying that, well, what did you expect? What did you expect? It's a handheld. I expect to not see a franchise that I love be so watered down that it becomes unfamiliar to me. To see that enemy counts are so lowered that the moment-to-moment combat is not the same. To see frame rates and graphics dumbed down so much that it does not run anywhere near as close as it does to even on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 version. I expect 4-player multiplayer out the gate, because that is what Borderlands is about. That's what it's about. It is about mayhem and how it's waiting and how you should bring friends. Bring friends. That is the tagline for Borderlands 2. Mayhem awaits. Bring friends. Not mayhem awaits. Bring a friend. How do you guys feel about this? With this news, are you less interested in Borderlands 2 on the PlayStation Vita? Is it irrelevant? Are you a single player? Because I still play alone a lot. I'll probably still play it on the Vita occasionally, though I get a better play experience from my Nvidia Shield streaming it, even up to 110 miles from my house, getting 60 frames per second, but not everybody has that available. I'll still mess around with the Vita version. I have some PlayStation saves that I can pull from the cloud. Let me know how you guys feel. Is this disappointing? Or was it expected? Because at this point, this is what I expect. Is a watered down experience, and all of you, I would be cautionary on purchasing it on day one until you read some reviews. All right? That's all I'm saying. I love the PlayStation Vita, and I guarantee that we're gonna have some PlayStation Vita fanboys who just shit all over this video before they even get to the end of it. I love the PlayStation Vita. There is some terrific software on it. There is software that is built for the system that is absolutely incredible. Good software, good games, from the ground up, enjoyable experiences. The Vita is a magnificent, slick, sexy handheld. It is an amazing handheld. But Borderlands 2 was not built for it, and we are getting a watered down experience because this game was forced onto the PlayStation Vita. Let me know how you guys feel. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you back in the Borderlands.